Okay, so make sure you have your pad at the right height and the stand set up correctly. Make sure I can see the top of your head all the way to your instrument. Okay, make sure you have your music set and ready to go and has your stickings and your counts in there because we're going to be counting out loud. Okay, before you go ahead and press play on your music and then make sure your pad is set up correctly at the correct height. You shouldn't have your arms too low, right? It should be just a little bunny slope. Your wrist should be flat. Okay, you shouldn't have your thumbs on top. Okay, make sure your wrist is flat, and then make sure your elbows are by your side, not in front of you or behind you. Don't be too close to the instrument where you're like this. Okay, you should be right dead center of the pad. Then once you make sure your technique is good, you're going to go up with your wrists all the way. Don't move your arm and don't open your fingers. You should have your fingers all the way around, curved. Okay, and then every stroke comes back up. Okay, make sure you're counting make sure you're counting out loud, and then you whisper the rest. Okay, so it'll be something like this. This is what your video will look like. Start your song. Start down. Check your technique. Come up. Turn your wrist up. And then count yourself off. 1, 2, number 1, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in between each, you're going to go back down and check your technique, and then come back up with your wrist and count yourself off again. 1, 2, number 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay. Make sure in between each, you stop and check your technique. Go back to flat, and then go back up, and making sure you're not using arm. Okay, make sure you're counting the numbers, whispering the rest on the correct numbers. And remember, odd notes are right hands and even notes are left hands. That's it. Do the whole page. Okay? Stay with your beat.